Hello. Oh, hi. Greetings and welcome to you there, brave citizens of our new world. It's me, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terrawat. This is Layer 4.0. We're coming to you live today. We're going to do a little bit of a hangout, and we're going to have a little reading stream here today. You guys completed this a long time ago, and I was going to do a dramatic reading stream of Big Mike from D20 Lore's fan fiction, as well as the reading of the Lusty Argonian Maid, that is from Skyrim. I'm going to read that in a Scottish accent. I was going to do it in World in Skyrim VR, but I couldn't find it. Or rather, I haven't been able to get Skyrim VR working again since I've moved all my parts into the new PC tower. But hello, and also thank you, Rainer, resub for Prime for 44 months. Thank you so much. Heck yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close this window. There we go. There. Now I'm not blown the fuck out like crazy anymore. Here we go. Hi. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? We're just going to let people funnel in a little bit before we start reading. Now, both of these literature pieces are both incredibly long and rather short, and they're probably not going to do enough to fill more than a certain amount of time. So I may or may not put these together. Like, that's why I'm going to do them both at the same time, but I may or may not, like, do something else. Or maybe I'll just, like, end the stream early. I'm not sure. We might switch over to combing through old clips if you guys want to, like, look back at some clips that were made in, like, 2018 when we were still streaming, which is a good time. We got a ton of old stuff that's over there. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of the stuff from when we were doing like Fallout 4 with all those mods to try to put in like tons and tons of characters there, which was really cool. And also, thank you, Saffron, resubbed Prime for 21 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support here. But yeah, I've got like old clips leading up to like one of our XCOM playthroughs a little while ago where Steve dressed up as a hot dog, and then after that, I'm gonna have to like go in and do another thing. Instead of I will be here to bug dock until one of us dies. So good to see that you're here and doing that. But the plan is to, instead of boiling them into like just one thing of just whatever was being played at the time, just like randomly going through games, I'm filtering them into like, oh, these are the clips from when we were playing like Sea of Thieves when it first came out, and here's some clips of like when we're playing XCOM, and here's some Bloodborne clips, and like if we have other like one-off streams that we did of other games, like we'll scooch them in to sort of like smaller mixed bag compilations. But by and large, I want us to have like they're not going to be 10 minutes long, but they are going to be sort of clip compilations of certain games to allow us not only to maintain some continuity while we're doing it, but just some other stuff. Also, thank you for the sub. Tier 1, 8 months. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. And yes, over the weekend, could always take the extra time to read some of Kara's fanfics. True, but that stuff is, like, long. And also not appropriate for Twitch. A lot of that stuff is, like, inappropriate. But yes, my nails got done over the weekend. I believe it was Saturday. I was hanging out with Saffron and some other people. We had like a little friend get together, and we watched the movie Luca in Saffron's like giant basement on a big TV. We all like sat down on like a huge couch, and we all like fucking got under blankets and snuggled up, and then we watched Disney's Luca, which was really, really nice. They really show off your wild hand gestures. Yeah, I have noticed that having black nail polish on the ends of my fingers has actually been good for me in like tracking where the actual tips of my fingers are when I'm doing stuff. Because they're like very visibly marked. They're like those little like fucking like VR tracking dots, sort of. It's very interesting. Yeah, no, Twitch is prude as fuck. Yeah. Bimk Fun. There are a couple that are PG. Dude, same. Yeah, no, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun. So this was cool. I really enjoyed it. And I'm really liking it because the black, I think, the black gloss looks really well against like my very pale skin. So it's really neat. I'm really enjoying it. Um, didn't get white with the terawatt logo on them. You were cheated. No, I didn't. Well, I was thinking like, do we want to get white with like a black thing, or do I just want to do black? And I was like, just do black. I'm already white, so the black nails is just fine by me. I'm sure if I wanted to get little terawatt decals to like put on my nails, I could talk to Cassie. Cassie could do that for me, I'm sure. So that could be fun. We'll see. I think it'll be a good time. All right, so oh fuck. Let's get over here, because this was the milestone that y'all unlocked. Y'all unlocked me reading the Lusty Arconian Maid and reading Mike's fanfiction, also known as Tears in the Rain. Episode 3, Tears of Blood, which he promised me would not contain any intimacy or like sex scenes, but I feel like it's going to be the Netflix show Beastars, where it's just really like every scene just drips with sexual tension, even though there isn't any like sex stuff going on in any of the scenes. I'm just like, It should be black nails with white French tips. That's always just weird to me. Like, I like just straight black. I'm good. It also goes really well when I'm wearing my rings. Check this shit out. I have not pre-read it, Kara. No, I wanted to have all of my surprise be legitimate and real. So I've got it pulled up. I messaged Mike, I think, like this morning when I was like, hey, do you know where we put that fanfiction of yours that you wrote that I was supposed to read? And he just never responded to me. So I had to go and like fucking dig it up on Google Docs, because I had to like he sent it to me and I opened it and then I closed it because I was like, I don't want to read it. So like it still counted as something that I'd viewed through Google Docs, and I managed to pull it up, so it's all there. But yeah, like when I have my rings on, I think it looks really cool. Look a little bit like a rock star. Very cool, I think. I think it's neat. Hey, Skyzer Charger, how's it going, man? What's up, Dave? What up, dude? Hell yeah. But yeah, the black nail polish looks really well with the rings, I think. I went out to the bank today, and I was like feeling really good about it. There was like definitely a part of me as I was like stepping out of my front door, that I was like, someone is gonna fucking see me wearing this and they're gonna like attack me because I'm wearing fucking black nail polish. Yeah, cutie, I've been definitely thinking about keeping it up. Just need some eyeliner. Yeah, maybe when I go out to like fancy evenings and stuff, I'll consider that. But yeah, like this was like, yeah, no, this will be like a cool casual thing I'll just do. And I went to like, I just had that moment when I was like locking my apartment door, like someone's gonna fucking attack me. Like this is bad. I shouldn't do this. This is, and then yeah, I just was like, whatever. I'll just get in the elevator and go. Wear my mask and hopefully it'll be fine. And it was. I got such pretty friend. You could do anything. Aw, thanks. I'm definitely looking forward to the move soon, where I'm not going to be living in like a fucking crack den neighborhood, where I can just, I don't care about fucking making suburban white people clutch their pearls over the fact that I wear black nail polish or rings or braid my hair or wear eyeliner. Like, I don't give a shit about that, because those people aren't going to make my life living hell. They're not going to terrorize or attack me. They're just going to be like, my word, and then I'll just move on with my fucking life. But in this neighborhood, it's like, if you don't conform or like wear a hoodie and keep your fucking head down and stuff like that, then like people will try to jump you. Fly the pride flag in your front yard. Fuck yeah. No, that's the plan. Fuck shit, be game, do crimes. Oh yeah, every time Saffron like comes out here and she gets in her car to leave, like homeless people will run up and start like banging on her windows or like licking her car and shit, and it's really fucking creepy. Uh but that's just normal for this neighborhood. So again, gonna be really excited when I move. Because then people will be able to do shit like, uh the more it could happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just excited for the new area. More space, less rent, a little bit less rent. Uh, Better neighborhood, better health. And then people can come visit and I don't have to worry about them getting fucking attacked. Oh, yeah, yeah. The front door to my building gets smashed in by crazy people once a month ish. Like they just basically battering ram the front door to my building to pieces. Yeah, free parking. That's right. That's what happens when you have a house. You don't have to fucking worry about that shit. I lived in a small village in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, thanks. Like I grew up in a small village in the middle of nowhere, and there's a part of me that's like, maybe I'll do that again because this just isn't. I don't like this. Like living in little shitty buildings in bad neighborhoods and stuff like has been very sort of central to my identity since I left like my small country town when I was growing up. So it's nice being here in the city because I know that I'm not going to be one of the people that gets attacked as much because I'm a white guy. And it became like a big part of my identity over time of like this very Sin City sort of gutter life kind of thing that I was doing, and it was nice. But like I gotta grow the fuck up and move into like if I have an opportunity to live in like an actual home, then I need to grow the fuck up and do that. And just kind of get used to that flavor now because where I am right now, just it's not healthy. So many fucking dadtivities. So many fun dadtivities. Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm going to be, I'll be able to do stuff like roast marshmallows on the fire pit in the backyard and grill things on our barbecue and like work on stuff in my big sketchy shed in the backyard that neighbors will ask about, but all the windows will be blacked out. Normal stuff. Grow the fuck up and paint them nails. File them into points. Wait, fire pit? Yeah, fire pit. And a lot of the people that we were hanging out with, like the Swamp Crew and them, all on Saturday, like we're gonna have a nice sort of homecoming thing. I'm gonna see if I can stream to Twitch from like my phone, and we can just do like a just chatting stream from my phone, so you guys can like get a proper walk around. I also need to still do like a walk around stream where I walk you guys around here in the layer 4.0 so you guys can actually see what it looks like behind my green screen here. So it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. I'll bring uncooked octi hot dogs and we can roast them and watch their legs curl. Yeah! Cutie brought like little hot dogs that were cut up into the little things and like their little legs curled open and everything in like a little bento box that she'd made herself, and it was so fucking mowing the lawn, grilling, yelling at kids to get off my lawn. Yeah, it's a good time. But yeah, and then Saffron saw like the little like hot dog octopi and was like, what the fuck is that? That's so fucking cute. What the hell? I don't want to live in the scary shed. I freaked. They were so cute. Yeah. She just like opened up her little box and had the rice with peas and like the little hot dogs and these other little cute things. And she was like, what the fuck are those? We were like, that's the hot dogs. These are just hot dogs. You're just like, how do you get their legs to do that? You just cook them. You just cut them and then you cook them and they curl while they're boiling or being fried. She's like, fuck off. It's like, yeah, dog. Like, that's what's up. Oh, fuck. It was so hot today, though. Like, it's humid as fuck in Toronto right now, and I was walking around outside, and it was just a nightmare. Ugh. All right. I want to want to get some... Let's get some lo-fi going in the background here. Because I have some lo-fi. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Gaming music. There we go. 2-hour synthwave mix. We can just put that on in the background. There we go. So we can just chill. Even though we're on our fantasy stuff. You know, there's a question. Do we have, like, fantasy lo-fi? Oops, I accidentally put a slash in it. Need to study some Betrayer Gods, catch up on some reading, learn some new spells, or just relax, watch the Mighty Vibes thing. There's Final Fantasy lo-fi, which would be fucking dope. Square Enix and chill. I just got, like, because this music that I'm listening to right now is listed as being royalty-free in the description. They're 100% copyright-free, and you can use in your projects. Just credit, like, this person in White Bat Audio, because it was, like, custom-made by a person. Medieval fantasy music, market stuff, daydream mix. Some of the, like, I just also find that, like, a lot of the fantasy music is, like, crazy bombastic in certain areas. I'm like, this is not chill music to study to. What the fuck are you doing? And they're like, bah, bah, bah. I'm like, oh my god. All right, let's have a look here. Yeah, and all of these are copywritten. That's fine. We'll just have this on in the background for just when we need, and I've got some, like, lo-fi chill Zelda music that we can turn on if we want to, like, go different. KC, hello! I just saw you in the chat there. Hello, it's so good to see you. Tuna mayo onigiri is my favorite. I want to make a rice ball once. The triangular ones. Oh, you mean donuts? Dave, you mean donuts? From Pokemon? You mean donuts? Lo-fi Doom, OSD, Rip and Tear. Yes, donuts. Jelly donuts, that was right. Oh, YTV. God damn it. Now back with my full attention, my friend and I was chatting and realized she had to go to bed as she had to work in the morning, and her boss wouldn't be happy if she was late. That is fair. Hey, Quad's rating us with a party of 4. Hey, Quad! How's it going? Quad was, earlier today, I saw him streaming. He was playing Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades, which looks like a huge amount of fun. And turns out I own that game, so I added it to a list of games that Calvin's going to be playing later. I've got a whole bunch of stuff for Calvin. That is, like, you know, some of it's just game stuff, some of it's VR stuff to allow him to train to be a better human kind of situation that, like, you know, train in his interactions with people. I'm very excited for it. I'm building, like, a list of content for that stuff that's going to be coming up soon. Also, while KC is working on the sort of concept art for Calvin, Cutie is also working on, like, a fun little Discord reactive image that I can use if we're going to be getting into, like, being a PNG tuber just until, you know, the bigger and better avatars sort of come through. It'll just be like a voice in a picture until, you know, it gets into being a voice and, like, a fully active avatar. Hopefully, if we can... I'm also, like, putting together some stretch goals for September. If we get some stretch goals together for September, then I'm going to be thrilled as fuck, because that means we can push into getting a lot of this stuff paid for pretty much by, like, the beginning of October. And then that's going to be spooky month. We're going to be doing more Phasmophobia. There's a ton of other, like, spooky games both in and out of VR that we're going to be getting poor Calvin to play. It's going to be a good time. If you guys want to... Sound cool. And yeah, like, PNG tubing is the same as VTubing. It's just that instead of having like an active moving avatar of some kind, it's just like a picture that moves when you talk, that like bounces up and down kind of thing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. So we'll see. VR Faz, you say? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a good time. Today I cried because I wanted to eat chocolate muffins and didn't have any, and then later realized I still had muffins and cried because now that I found them, I didn't feel like eating them. Ah, that sucks. Also, happy birthday, Rob Hagen. Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate, Saffron. God, it's so fucking hot out today. All right, it's 11 after 8. We got 23 people in here. He burf. A game that makes me think would be perfect game for Cal to play is Assemble with Care. Send me a link to that on Discord, please. Because I've got a big list of games I'm very excited to get into. We'll see what's going on. This is how it's going. Try to keep it very clean because him robot. Oh, I love it. Yeah, Casey's doing, or not Casey, Cutie's sort of doing like a little PNG. She took a stab at like making art, which, you know what, I'll just show that to you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Dope, what's up? So you guys can see this here. This is, Vinx took a stab at doing like body work for Calvin, and I think that's pretty rad. This is our reference sketch so far that Casey's been working on, which is just super breathtaking stuff. And then this was sort of a sketch that Cutie did in like 2 minutes. And I was like, this little like overhang area right here where it indents in where the jawline is, that sort of gives him like cheekbones, which I think is really cool. But also like that little area that lights up when he talks is now like sort of in there. And I like this design. Now, I am going to say, though, as a note for people that are asking questions, we have some reference photos that I grabbed here. Here we go. This was done by some people that made a little movie called Meet the Cores from Portal 2, where they just made a bunch of extra cores and put them in. This kind of eye is sort of going to be Calvin when he's by himself, except that's going to be blue, like a series of rings, or like kind of like this, where it's like the lines that make the ring, or kind of like what Casey's working, or what Cutie's working on, just like a ring inside the thing without it being like all the way up against the edge. And then the sort of kill mode eye, I was thinking is going to be like a hard center dot. So it goes from being like this blue ring to like a red dot that's gonna be like super bright, and I might do like a lens flare on it, like to the side or up, just to like give it that extra like piercing look. And then yes, this is what Casey's working on so far. So that's like the eye that we've got going on there. And I'm going to say like that ring there should be black before it gets to like the metal ring on the outside, just to kind of give it like that idea that the ring is, you know, on its own thing. And then the red ring that she's working on here is cool, but like I'd almost flip that, right? Like I'd put it just like a hard red dot in the middle. And I was like, this is gonna be super cool as well, because here's another thing. Short Circuit. There was a movie called Short Circuit where I get a lot of like my deep down in my soul, like a lot of the sort of like robot gender affirmation, so to speak, that I have comes from Johnny Five. Because he was such an expressive character for only having like these eyes with the shutters that would open and close on them. But this is sort of what I'm talking about. More accurately, this. When he goes into kill mode, it's gonna be like that red dot in the middle, and then the two shutters for the eye are gonna like narrow in. So it's gonna be that like fucking focus. So it's like, when Cal's outside of kill mode, He's just like, his eyes are much more open. He's much more accepting of information. He's much more like looking at everything. He's very wide-eyed, quite literally. And then when kill mode engages, he focuses in on like single targets, and he's no longer, like with the shutters in, like no longer accepting data beyond his target. So like target information is kind of what he's doing. I'm doing the eyelid on its own layer so we can move it up and down. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. You're so smart. You're so good at this. But yeah, once we have it all together, I'll be able to, like, you know, kind of get that going. It's very exciting stuff. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Excuse me, sorry. God, I'm so gassy all of a sudden. My body physically tries to, like, throw up every time I get anxious. Assembled with care. Audio studio that brought you Monument Valley. Comes a story about globetrotting antique restorer as she arrives in the sun-soaked town of Bellavera. She has no idea how this trip will turn, and there is just some cool, like, little assemblies things. Oh, I like that. That's very cute. Yeah, here. You guys can see what I'm looking at. You just have, like, all this stuff, and uh-oh. You gotta, yep, fix the tape. Got it, and then put it in the tape deck. Right? And it's all about, like, assembling stuff. You gotta disassemble, fix, and then, replace parts, reassemble. That's very cool. I'll add that to my wish list for sure. Alright, dope. It's about fixing things while also fixing people. That's right, Calendros.
Reassemble, Stephanie. Reassemble. Error.
All right, so first and foremost, the lusty Argonian maid. That's rough talk. I too have an internal reflex capacitor. I keep working on bad computer puns for my own Android avatar. I'm so excited for you. Oh my god. I think it's going to be super fun. We're going to get a Calvin as alive sometime, aren't we? Well, I mean, you can maybe have that conversation with him, whenever he starts going live a little bit more. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Fun little conversations we can have with people. So let me put on my dad glasses. All right. Now I'm supposed to read this in a Scottish accent. So, to assist with Scottish stuff, we got ourselves our tartan scarf. Form of dad. All right. So a little bit of history. The Lusty Argonian Maid was 2 books that were put into the Elder Scrolls series video games. They began in Morrowind and Oblivion, and then another entry was added in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So in Morrowind, you could find the first volume of this book in Vivec City on the body of Crassius Curio. In Oblivion, you could find this book on a number of people and in a number of places, like in the Guidon Farm, in the basement, in the sleeping area, in the Imperial City. It could be found on the body of Gaston Tussaud, and the Imperial City waterfront. Some pirates have a copy of the book. And then in Skyrim, they had the first book, but then volume 2 was added in there as well, which was super fun in the Dawnguard and Dragonborn expansions. So in some Volkihar ruins, you can find the second volume there. First volume can be found in like Driftshade Refuge, the College of Winterhold, Arcanium, in a locked display case. places like that. Also, thank you, Kara the Volcano Shark. Gifted a tier 1 sub, save points too. Yeah! Thank you. Thank you so much. I like how my actual green background is not being cut out by my green screening stuff, but it's keying out pieces of this. It's on my webcam or it's Streamlabs or it's both, and I don't know who to blame at this point. Anyways. And so... Volume 1, Act 4, Scene 3, continued. This is the only content of this that exists in the game. There are 2 characters in this, Crantius Colto and a lusty, buxom Argonian maid by the name of Lifts Her Tail. Lifts Her Tail is very much like, you know, they have, the Argonians had a very, like, sort of, indigenous people, Native American kind of naming style, like, they call this person doesn't like horses because they don't like horses, stuff like that. So her name is Lifts Her Tail, and Crantius Colto is the sort of the lord of the local manor. Volume 1, Act 4, Scene 3, continued. Interior, we find ourselves in the bedchambers. Certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to clean your chambers. Is that all you have come here for, little one? My chambers? I have no idea what it is you imply, master. I'm but a poor Argonian maid. So you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and a shapely tail. You embarrass me, sir. Fear not. You are safe here with me. I must finish cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not. Cleaning, eh? I have something for you. Here, polish my spear. But it is huge. It could take me all night. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. Still think Doc could have worn the maid dress for this stream. True. Like everybody's just like, oh my god. Not like this. End of Act 4, Scene 3. So that is the end of that. And then now we move on to Volume 2, which we find... My brain is gone. Is Doc the lusty Argonian maid? I'm playing both the characters. This is a dramatic reading. Keep up. Come on. Oh yeah, you know what? We get some soft jazz. All right. Act 7, Scene 2, continued. We find ourselves in the manor kitchen. My goodness, that's quite a loaf. However shall it fit in my oven? This loaf isn't ready for baking, my sweet. It has yet to rise. If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task? Thank you, Hazel, for hosting me with just you from your own channel. Thank you. Good God. I have to get rid of that alert. Because the only people that fucking... like, the only people that do that are, like, people that host me to one viewer, which is just themselves from their own channel. I think there's a way that I can shut that off so that it doesn't go off unless it's a certain amount of people, like at least 5 or 6. Yeah, I can change that setting. Because I don't want to be interrupted. We don't want to interrupt any more of the content with, like, someone put together their own stream channel and then decided to raid me. There we go. Raids. Alert duration, alert text display. Okay, got it. Raider minimum, 5. There we go. We'll save that. There we go. You bugger off with your interrupting what we're doing with your just yourself on your own channel. There we go. I gotta have headphones on. This would be disastrous for my family to catch. They'd think it's porn for sure. All right, so let's get to the top. From the top, we've got ourselves Act 7, Scene 2, continued. My goodness, that's quite a loaf. But however shall it fit in my oven? This loaf isn't ready for baking, my sweet. It has yet to rise. If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task? Oh, my foolish little Argonian maid, you must use your hands. You wish me to knead the loaf? Here. Of course. But what if the mistress catches me? Your loaf was meant to satisfy her appetite. Don't fret, my delicate flower. I'll satisfy the mistress's cravings later. Very well, but I'm afraid my oven isn't hot enough. It could take hours. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. Oh, goodness. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Volume 1 and 2 of The Lusty Argonian Maid, as read by King Macbeth. I'm dying, I'm crumbling, I'm gone. So, as an additional trivia, in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind and in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, this appeared as a single book. However, in the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, it appears as 2 separate volumes, 1 and 2. In Skyrim, Nelacar would make a reference to this book if a persuasion attempt on him was failed during the quest known as the Black Star. In the add-on, the Elder Scrolls 5 Dragonborn, there is a quest item book called the Lusty Argonian Maid Folio, which contains both Volume 1 and 2. Because both volumes of the Lusty Argonian Maid appear in the Elder Scrolls Online, their massive multiplayer online RPG, Crucius Curio is a would-be author of this literary book, according to research. The Lusty Argonian Maid has its origins in a long line of tales as told by traveling bards. The online quest, The Unveiling, references the Lusty Argonian Maid. And that's everything that we know about that. There you go, guys. We did it. Of course, it's the bards. Bard palpitations go burr. Does it just feel that way to page through in-game? Kind of, yeah. I should write more chapters of that, if you want. Line of Tales. Of course, it's the bards. So confused, and I feel violent. So yes, that was our cover of the Lusty Argonian Maid, and I'm going to close that forever. All right. So what I'm going to do here is we're gonna pause our fantasy music. We're going to get back in on that. Oh yes, we also have a commercial that we wrote. This was written and put together by Artie, Articulate T, in our community. And I can't remember the context to what it was, but it was a certain type of microwavable meal that we decided to call Hearty Prey. That was one of those like Hungry Man meals that were like marketed towards... it's like the meal ball that you can get in the States that's like macaroni and beef in an orb that you like boil in the plastic and then peel the bag open and eat, and it says on the bag that it serves up to 3 men, that women are not allowed to eat this. There it is. The round meal. Round meal, macaroni, and beef. How to do it. Boil in bag, open, and enjoy. serves up to 3 men. Serves 3 men. Women cannot eat this. No ladies allowed. Oh, God. And it's a frozen product. You get this in the freezers. This is a frozen meal, but it is a boiled kind. It's not the kind you microwave. Protein blasted. Yeah. It's blasted with protein powder, and it's just macaroni and cheese and chunks of ground beef in there. It's an ocean of nah. I like how it doesn't maintain its spheroid shape when you open the bag, as indicated here. It definitely does not maintain that shape. Let's zoom in and enhance, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our spectacles on here. It's Cursed Hamburger Helper, yeah. Macaroni and beef, protein blasted. It's fucking 6 ounces. There are children that are born smaller than this. I'll come to you. Win a visit from Davis. Who the fuck is Davis? Yeah. Henton's round meal frozen product. Boil it in the bag. It doesn't maintain its spheroid shape when you open it and enjoy, and it serves 3 men. That's disgusting. Why do I want it and Davis? Who the hell's Davis? Why is he coming to my house? Exactly. Oh, the round meal. Anyway, so this is the kind of shit we're talking about here. This was Hardy Prey. That was written by Articulate T. He put this together for us. Stay away from my shame ball, Davis. Looks like hardening arteries. Yeah. Davis will come and verify that you are a man. And if you are not, Davis will be displeased. Davis will be upset. Understand. Okay. This would be a vicious laxative. Yeah, it would. Although now I want the round meal because science. This is like, you know what? If you're 3 guys and you're sitting down and you can't get your way through a round meal, one of you might be trans. Gotta look into that. If you were AFAB and you sit down with a couple of fellas and you finish a round meal, might be very affirming. You don't know. The most vicious, you will poop your soul. Davis has a shed full of women that ate the round meal. I'll throw that shit at Davis. And fuck off. Yes, I have 3 men in a trench coat. Quad could eat it for sure. Oh, yeah, easily. This could not feed 1 quad. The round meal is not quad effective meals. 3 men in a trench coat. Serves 3 men. Understand, remember, it didn't say guys. Men. And thank you, Lemon, for the 100 bits. Davis is the round meal confirmed new SCP. Yeah, 3 men sit down and eat the round meal, and if one of them can't finish it, or if a woman partakes, then Davis will show up like the fucking shy guy and, like, take them away. Like the terrible old man, like, puts them in a pocket dimension, which is just his shed somewhere in suburbia. Some suburban shed. Quad sitting there just fucking shoveling round meal into his mouth. More! More! I wouldn't do that to my shoes. I have never been so glad to be an amorphous blob of no gender. No, it's a real product. It was confirmed by some people, including the Russian Badger, that this is in fact a real thing. An amorphous blob of no gender? You have a lot in common with this round meal. Imagine having cheesy socks after it gets in your shoes. Ugh. Better to eat street pizza. Yeah. Hell yeah. Kraft dinner flavor boost packs. Yes. Recently, one Justin McElroy challenged his podcast audience, specifically the people from Canada, to send him a bunch of these flavor blaster packets, which are packets of more powder that you can put into it. And it started off as like, do you want to put in 2 packets of cheese powder instead of 1 in your macaroni and cheese because you want that shit to be like zest as fuck? Sure. We're you know, as a wise man once said, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Why not? Right? So they decided to put that together. And he received like almost 100 of those, and then over 100 boxes of macaroni and cheese, which are just the same as the ones in the States, though a lot of people in Canada argue that they are in fact different. Justin posits that he is indeed uniquely qualified to discuss that. As it stands, though, there are a lot of good flavors, and there are some not so good flavors, not the least of which is cotton candy. If you want to see Vinx trying that, you can, I believe there's a video of it somewhere in our Discord, maybe in the meme section or in the art section, depending, if you guys want to go check that out. There's a button to our Discord, of course, down below. All right, so Hearty Prey, here we go. When prowling the linoleum savannah that is your kitchen, only one meal can satisfy that primal hunger. Hearty Prey. Filled with the necessary proteins and bestium chloride to empower the beast within. 9 out of 10 dietitians have said if you think Hearty Prey is a good meal, then I've got a bridge to give you. You hear that, America? That's a free bridge. Hearty Prey. Eat like a man or a nondescript predator. It's very power thirst, yeah. Bestium chloride. Yeah, Lemon, you think this goes 0 to 100? I idle at 95. All right? You think? You think. Come on. Oh, it's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen, because there's new flavors of Hearty Prey, including burly boar ribs, brogurt, punch loaf, Swiss Army steak, and pelt. That's what that shit looks like, Lemon. That's what that's what that shit looks like when I dial it up to 11. I remember watching a video of advertising executives watching the Power Thirst commercial. It was fucking magical. Yeah. And we want to be like, oh, they thought it was ridiculous. Like, no, they thought it was genius when they were watching that stuff. They were like, are you fucking kidding me? I gotta find, like, some really good, like, chill synthwave music to put in the background when I'm playing, when I've got, like, Calvin up on screen in the future. Simply because there is some other stuff that I've got here for our good boy Cal. If we go into our streaming thing, K47, there is a bunch of music that came from Aperture Science Portal 2 that they released as basically free. And it's largely, it's like it's royalty free, but not free from use of Commons, from Creative Commons. So like you can't just use it wherever you want. Like I can play it here because it's on Twitch. And this music doesn't cost anything. But like if I put it into specific things, then like that's gonna be its own thing. But we have like 99999. Like that just is very, very Cal to me, which I really enjoy. And then there's Hurt Wife Serenade. There's You Will Be Perfect. And this could be like our fucking getting ready to do some shit music. Robot Waiting Room, number 4. Yeah. This is very similar to the other one that we were listening to. It's just got like a bit of extra sort of trundling in it, which is really nice. Thank you, such a bean. Yeah, I'm really stoked because it's this new cool thing that I'm like really excited for. And then here's number 5. Robot Waiting Room, number 1. There's number 1. Ooh, that's a bit sinister. It went beep beep boop. Yeah, I'm just really excited for this stuff. I think it'll make for a better show, and we can still do streams like this where we hang out, you and I. But I think that Calvin will make for good entertainment. That's super cute, though. I like this. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Saffron. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave you with this song really briefly while I go turn on my AC, because it is getting insanely hot in here. Yeah, I went to go get my mail and the entire of outside just feels sticky. Yeah, the humidity right now in Toronto is like wicked high. Oh, this paused for some reason. I think I hit a button by accident. It's checking what the actual weather is. That's cute. All right. It keeps pausing for some reason. I'm not touching anything. Oh, and here's Robot Waiting Room number 2. They're all exactly 2 minutes and 16 seconds, with the exception of Robot Waiting Room number 6, which is 2 minutes and 7 seconds. It is currently 26 degrees in Toronto with a humidex of 31 degrees, with a high of 31, low of 22 today. But the humidity is not being listed on this app. That's fine. No need to worry. I don't know why that's having trouble and hiccuping, but it is either way. All right. Let us be on with this. I bought and listened to the Portal 2 soundtrack when it came out because it's just so darn good. Yeah, and then they just released like a whole bunch of their music just for free. Just Valve was like, if you want it, you can just download it. Like, thank you if you paid for it, but if people just want to listen to it here. And it's just really good. I listen to it all the time. I'd love to have a Machiavellian Bach as one, but that might be more when Cave 47 gets intellectual. True. Let's see here. I gotta turn on dark mode with my gurgle. I gotta turn on a dark mode with my gurgle here.
It's far too bright for my very sensitive eyes. I thought I had activated a dark mode with it, but it seems to have turned off. It's very bright as well while I'm looking at it.
Oh. So when I'm Googling things, the search page is that, but is there a dark mode for YouTube? There we go. Click that. Guess it's under settings. Oh, appearance. So we click this, and there's apparently something. Appearance. Dark theme, please. Oh, thank you. Let's just reload those pages in the dark theme. Could we please? They're very bright, and I prefer not to strain my eyes. Thank you muchly. Oh, hey, yeah, sorry. Yeah, if you put a period and then you don't put a space after it, it'll think that it's a link, and it will block it, because that's how hyperlinks work. Ah, yes. Portal 2... Volume 3, the Machiavellian Bach, sounds like so. So this is their sort of rendition of Machiavellian. I like that. Yeah, this is definitely inquisitive, or intellectual Calvin. Very classy. Yeah. All right, so. Does this have a dark mode? Good lord. No, it doesn't. Very well. Oh, you have to get a specific extension from Chrome. Either way. So, looks like we're doing this bright. Ladies and gentlemen, also thank you, Big Jack Films, resub tier 1 for 13 months. Hey, Jack, long time no see, that's right. Good to see you again in the chat. Nice to have you here. Welcome, come on in. We're having ourselves a little read. All right. Oh, that's why Spotify playback paused while transmitting audio. What is this? Yeah. If you're transmitting with your mic in voice chat for 30 seconds while Spotify is playing, Spotify will stop playing automatically, and you'll get this error bar at the top of your app. This auto-pause error may also appear when using the following features with Spotify: voice chat, screen save, and go live. Because Spotify is intended for personal and private use, the audio pause function allows us to stay in compliance with Spotify's terms and conditions outlined in this thing, in the end-user licensing agreement. So yeah, if I'm transmitting it on my mic in voice chat for 30 seconds, then it will automatically shut itself off. And there is a section for Spotify, yes. Noise reduction. No, I'm not supposed to be doing that. For voice, well, that's noise suppression. We'll see. Advanced voice activity, automatic gain control, etc., etc., etc. Anyways, guess we'll leave that on as we go along. Cutie, that is absolutely the kill mode that I'm thinking of. This is much closer to what I'm talking about. For the folks at home that want to see, this is what I'm talking about. That's very HAL from 2001, right? I like this. We also have now that, like, in with the rest of the face, looking a bit more like that. What do you guys think? I was about to say, that's HAL. Yeah, it's very HAL. The kill mode sounds an awful lot like Samuel Hayden.
Kill mode activated. Drop your weapons. You have 15 seconds to comply.
That kind of thing.
Ara.
For the folks at home. But yeah, I think this looks really good. Explodes. Great Fox! Liquid! Yeah, I was gonna be like, how am I gonna be a VTuber and not do the Ara Ara? No one's gonna want to do the Ara Ara. And I was like, no, they can. We're just gonna have to do it with like a sharper thing. I like this. I want to keep this as a reference, but I also want to potentially make a version of this that has like a tighter red eye that's in the middle. That's like super bright and very focused to the center. Even like this is fine with just like an even brighter circle sort of dot in the middle. And I would imagine, and I think, yeah, just as like, Cutie, just as like sort of an extra thing that we can sort of compare the two later and be like, what do we like better? Just like the red or the red with like a hard point or with just a hard point over straight black? Like, it's on its own layer right now anyway, so it's easy mode. Sweet. I feel like the blue areas that light up when he's talking would also turn red while he enters kill mode. What do you guys think in the chat? It's a little disturbing how much I want K47 to be a guest in the Weary 101. I have not heard of that. I definitely, if we could get him as a guest, I think we could work something out. I'm still working on his interface right now so that he can talk to people on the internet. But, you know, that's its own thing. Doc, you made Hortag choke on his water with your RR. Yes. Oh, Takahata 101's VTubing. Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe. I think that'd be a huge amount of fun. How are you feeling, by the way, Doc? You got all your vaccines? Yep, I'm double vaxxed. The second shot of the vaccine hit me like a fucking truck, though, as it hit a lot of people, I'm finding. So, yeah. Definitely watch out for that. Cal will be perfect for the Weary 101. I think that'd be dope, man. I like it, though. I kind of like the red core from the group core shot a little more. The bottom left one. Yeah, let me pull them back up. Because I think I put him... Oh, wait, no. I've also put it in here. In just, like, the reference shots. This one here. Yeah, where just the lines themselves are red, and it comes into a hard point like that. We can definitely try that. Because I think having, like, a blue ring... is one eye, and then, like... Because these are the same eyes that you see in the turrets in Portal 2. Those are the same eyes from there. But yeah, if you wanted to do, like, that style of eye, that's an option for sure. And then more like this kind of thing, where it's, like, two rings inside the black ring that then, you know, is encased inside of the thing, but, like, the two... like maybe one of the rings has like these little imperfection points in it, which I think is really cool. I was thinking about doing it a lot like Rick's eye, Rick the Adventure Sphere, because his eye is like just a dot matrix, like it's a series of points, and then that middle section is out. So it still gives him a pupil, but his pupil isn't. You know, like a light point or, you know, a big spot in the middle. It's like a square inside of a circle, a rectangle. which I think is neat. I was thinking about going like with this design, but in blue. So like, you know, there's a ring of things and then a ring of lines in there, and so that when it's blue would be cool, or the other eye from the other one, and then like you were saying, something more akin to these eyes here. This one right there for when he's upsetty spaghetti. But we can try all that stuff out. Like, I can definitely look into more of this stuff later. Big Jack Films, these are for future projects. Yes, this is a VTuber avatar that we're looking at. This is what we're going to be getting made soon. This is K47, also known as Cal. And yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff for that. But what we can do as well, especially with like Cutie making the like just the PNG with the swappable eye, is we can like have a bunch of them sort of like on a sheet, and we can be like, here's the different eyes that we're looking at. So like, here's the one where it's like the 2 rings and like the outer ring has like a few imperfections in it, and like here's one where it's 2 rings, like the dots and then the dashes. And then here's a red eye where it's like that glow. Here's the red eye where it's like a fine point. Here's the red eye, but it's all the dashes coming into a fine point, like, you know, and just having them all side by side. And then maybe you guys can vote on it. Like, we'll throw it up in the Discord, and a bunch of you guys can vote on, like, what you would prefer for Calvin's regular vision and then Calvin's kill mode vision. Like, what do you guys think would be ideal? And it's funny, actually, Dan the Video Ninja, that you mention that you mentioned the ninja, because that is a reference that I was looking at for like how I want the eye to be set in sort of the middle of his head. And then yeah, Casey also made other heads on the reference sheet here that you can see. So this is like once we get the initial design done and put together, there's like other sort of settings that we can do. I really like the holographic face one, where this plate here on the middle of the head would basically be a screen, and then like you can have like emoji faces and stuff show up during certain things, and his eyes can be much more expressive, and like the mouth can, you know, have the lines that move up and down when he's talking, which I think would be really fucking cool. But that'll be another face that he can have. Yeah, hurt me more. Fucking ninja, good god. I'm really excited for this, yeah. The hollow face is Cal's grumble face. It is, yeah. I like the design you have a lot, though. It's very personable. And that's the thing. You get a lot of personality out of a single eye in the middle of the face like that. And I've always loved robot designs that have just, like, the one eye in the middle. That'd be cool, but... it'd be cool as fuck, but also expensive as fuck. Yeah. I love the Terrawat logo on the side of the head. I also like that, though I might, when the model gets made, like, I might have them not include that. I may or may not have that there, just in case. And there's, like, you know, a sort of more of a steampunk rustic model there, and, like, another model, like several models with 2 eyes on them that are just, like, other cool ideas that we have that we can work on. Something like Cylons or KIT. Yeah. Gonna add a sound box to the helmet. Well, this is a virtual avatar at first, but yes, a physical build is planned at some point in the future. We're gonna be building Cal a platform with which to explore the world physically, and the helmet is definitely going to include, like, you know, voice modulator, fans to keep me, you know, being able to breathe and keep me cool, the whole thing, like. And then it's just a lot of my usual outfit, and then robotic gloves and stuff, and then the helmet. And that, you know, different outfits can be done, more stuff can be made, but by and large, it's still its own thing. So yeah. The hands, I think, is going to be the hardest part, but it'll happen. Robot parts shading is done. Next, the bagel. Don't take too long, though. Remember, like, if we just get it done, then I can start passing it out to people online, looking for more people. Even though we have like Eggy and I have a person sort of slated for this work, but I wanna find, yeah, it's a Robosona, because there's like furries and scalies, and I don't know what you'd call Mechsona. I don't know what you got, Mechies. I don't know, Robies. I don't know what you'd call that. What the fucking proper nomenclature for that would be. But yes, that is more or less what we're looking at. But yeah, the sooner we get this done, then I can start looking around. Like I said, Eggy and I currently have somebody that we're waiting for them to become available in October for them to build us the full avatar with like all this extra shit, and we're gonna need to raise money for this. Technos. I go with Technos. Mechis is cute, yeah. I don't think they have a nomenclature, honestly, but it is absolutely like me to fall within the minority of a minority whenever I want to do literally anything. I am physically impossible with going with the flow. Chrome Zona. I like that. Thank you. But yeah, we're gonna have to raise money in September so that we can like have the cash ready just to go the second this person's available. But like, we are kind of on a waiting list for that. I'm also going to be, well, because it's going to be mid-spooky month, right, Envy? So I don't want to wait until, like, you know, the end of spooky month, like, to have the fundraiser at that point. I want to try to have the fundraiser in September, so we're going to be doing some stuff to try and raise a little bit of extra funds. Simulacrums. Ooh, cool. Technically, they're called simulacrums. That's fucking rad. If you get a crowdfunding site going, I'll spread the word on my 1,800 subs. Well, I mean, what we're basically going to do is just do it here. Like, we're going to put down the meter like we have right now, but instead of, like, just paying our month-to-month expenses to keep the layer going, there's going to be, like, extra stretch goals on top of it to, Simulacrum's good title. Relevant for me tonight. Oh, nice. Why? I'll play spooky games with you to raise dough. Yeah? Would people like that? We get Cutie in here to raise money for the simulacrum. I think that'll be rad as fuck. But if we get it by the end of September, that's when I'm moving. And then, like, we'll have the money ready to pop for when this person becomes available. But like I said, the second that this is done, like, we can also start adding in, like, extra concept sketches and art that we can then give to this person, as well as I can start shopping around at that point in the event that I find somebody who would be willing to, you know, do this stuff with us. Like, maybe I could find someone who's just as good and just as expensive, or maybe even a little more expensive or less expensive, but, like, they can do all the things that I'm looking to have them do, but, like, you know, now, instead of waiting fucking months. Because this shit's hard to do, don't get me wrong. This stuff's not going to be something that you can just, like, crank out in a day or two. It's going to take, like, a week to really sit down and get these things done. So the artist that we're looking at has, like, you know, they open up submissions, and then people jump in and, you know, submit their stuff. And it's like, make sure you have your money and your reference art and everything else, like, up front. And then we can send that in, right? We call that content. I'll play spoopy games with you both, but fair warning, I'm a wimp and I come with wimpy sound effects. Yeah, that's content. That's that's exactly what that is. Indeed it is. Yeah, speaking of spooky stuff. Oh my god. And I think playing Ghostbusters in the spooky month will be a lot of fun. I might play it beforehand. I don't know, because I fucking love that Ghostbusters game. That shit was awesome. But yeah, I'll be on the edge of Toronto on, like, the southwest side, by the waterfront. Gonna be getting a nice place. I'm a big wuss. Me playing spooky games is, no, why? No, why it chased me? Help, no, help. I love to stream Detention. Yeah, we could look into that. Did you hear Dog playing the spooky games? Yeah. Yeah, did you see that? Playing the Ghostbusters games will be fun. That was like, that game was an absolute love letter to all this other stuff. Detention is messed up. But yeah, Cutie, if you want to come over and we could, like, do it here together to, like, raise money in September. Like, the spooky month before the spooky month. We'll do some things leading up to October. Oh. I don't even know Detention. It's a scary game. I scared the crap out of Doc with a compy avatar once. It was marvelous. Cute Doc MB, Cutie Doc MB LAN party. Yeah. OG Battlefront 2. Why? Star Wars Battlefront 2? I have that. And I do play it off the Epic Game Store because it's awesome. But yeah, like, We could absolutely play more Battlefront. I loved playing that. That game was so fun. Oh my god. Like, it was such a fun, just, like, random shenanigans shooter kind of game. Down here, Halloween starts on the 10th. So early spoopy month is totally acceptable. Oh yeah, all of October we're going to be doing scary games. Or, like, you know, related games. Dan the Video Ninja, I want to see you playing some fucking Back 4 Blood with us in October minimum when that game comes out. You and Cal got to get together, play some of these games. Do SCP, the single-player one? I might. There is a... You know where to find me. Absolutely, dude. I'm going to see how many of the OG Shenanigans crew we can get together, because the PvP element of Back 4 Blood, because I got into the fucking alpha, or the beta, rather, that they are doing. I think the beta's actually closed now. They did, like, a limited, like, window of just a couple of days where people could test it out. I tested out, like, the PvP and the stuff. You got videos up already? I am insulted. I wasn't invited. How dare you? But it was a good time. If people want to check that out, if we want to get the crew together and do some PvP on it, I think that'll be a good time. I guess I should get an SCP server ready for Spooky Month. Yes. Also, there is a VR version of SCP that's out that I absolutely want to play because it looks like just a huge amount of fun. You know what might help you get some followers is TikTok. I've been on there for 2 years. I already hit 10K followers. Yeah, I'm literally... I'll show you what I'm like. This is what I'm working on right now. This is like all my spare time lately is old clips that I'm catching up on. Like, there is definitely a part of me that's like, fuck it. Like, fuck it. Just throw all the old clips away and just work on new clip stuff. And, like, have this be your little side project. Because I have 1,000 clips in this folder, and I've got 7 other folders that are exactly the fucking same. And it's all the clips from our channel. And we, you know, just use, like, 1 or 2 of them as we go along. You know, as I'm filtering through, I'm finding that there's a lot of duplicates. There's also some that just, like, aren't really a clip of anything fun that I can use, so I just don't put them in, but I keep them in the archive. I'm separating them into, like, games and stuff like that, and then I'm sitting down and I'm, like, going through each of the clips. And usually, like, every week we get, like, a handful of stuff that we can use, and so I'm going to start, like, trying to at least 3 times a week release, like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to be releasing just, like, a short clip, like a highlight from one of our streams that's been edited into, like, a bit of a gag. And I can show you one of them. Some of them aren't even gaming related, but, like, you'll get the regular clips, and then we also have them in, like, TikTok format. So we have the normal clips, and then we have the clips in, like, the tall format. That's for TikTok. But then we have, like this stuff here. Quad, there's a sign that specifically says no crawling.
You're not my manager.
Wait, where does it...
There you go. Dem clips, yeah. We have, like, literally thousands of clips for me to dig through from old stuff, but it's just, like, I just gotta, like, sort of leaf through, and the problem is, if I'm like, oh, before I start releasing any of this content, because I'm building a backlog first, but before I release any of that, I've gotta get through all of these, right? Like, no, we can do all of that shit later. Like, I can slowly work on that over time, but in the meantime, I can work on, you know, this stuff here. This content here, I can start releasing this stuff. And again, like 3 a week, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll put it up on our YouTube channel at Evil Incorporated, and then we'll also put some of this stuff up on a TikTok channel that we have, which will be, you know, fun. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there was this.
Watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity. And then some of them, I just get a funny idea and I want to put it together, but it's not necessarily related to games. Yeah, we have the tech. Go, 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 go. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I have to go fast, right? Like, and so I was like, I'm I've got all these fucking like legacy clips that I need to get through, but I want to make sure that I'm maintaining putting out content to draw people into the channel and to bring in viewers and stuff like that. That's not just this stuff, but then some of the stuff that I want to put up isn't going to be necessarily related to anything on the channel or anything that's gaming. That looks like this.
Let's take a look at him. Wow. Well, Ethan Winters.
I feel like I'm always looking up to you. I like it. It's appropriate.
Yeah, just shit like that. Like, we were watching Loki, and Mobius does that line in the first episode, and I was like, I have to do something with that and Lady D. Like, that's just... Yeah, I haven't read the fanfic yet. The anthology video is at over 400 views, by the way. I'm glad. That's awesome, dude. But, like, they realize that a lot of the stuff, especially the algorithms on YouTube, they will try to show you shorter content before longer stuff, even though it's like if you get that 10-minute mark that, like, it... You know, and people watch it all the way through, then you get extra algorithm points or whatever the fuck for getting somebody to watch your shit for 10 minutes. Most people won't stick around to a video for that long unless you're putting in a lot of production value. So shorter content like this that's literally seconds long, that's something that we can do. Plus, we can take all of these finished clips and put them into compilations later. So people can see these compilations later. Maybe I'll just put the compilations on YouTube and I'll just put the rest of them on TikTok. Who knows? We'll see. But it's like, yeah, you can catch up and we'll put them all into a compilation. Then maybe we'll start playing those at the beginning of streams again. Either way, that's all the fucking weird bullshit that I'm up to as of late. It takes up so much of my fucking time, but like, I like doing it. It's so exciting. You know, you want docking on some of this Spoopy month? Yeah, dude, I'm sad you didn't fucking reach out to me. I'm legit sad, man. I thought I was a part of the crew, dog. No. Dog, I thought I was a part of the crew. But yeah, if you want to share, like, a lot of these things, we might also be putting them up on, like, well, not Facebook, because nobody fucking watches Facebook anymore, but, like, I might be putting them up on Twitter as well, just for people to watch, you know? I don't know if I'm going to do the tall or the sideways. Like, I'll see which one I think is going to be better for the thing, but that's going to be the majority of our content. So, yeah, that's what's up. Let's have a look here. Okay, so let's get back into this music. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Tears in the Rain. Get your own thing going. The open beta is coming, though. Add us during that. I will. God damn it. I didn't think you had it, because the only way I got a beta key was, like, from a guy who knows a guy, who knows another guy. It was very, you know, very crazy. But I'm at you, dog. I'm at you good. Eggy, not Emby. Yeah, it was Eggy. And yeah, we had K47 playing with Eggy. Just trying some stuff out. Like, we were running some tests. Alright. Tears in the Rain. Part 3. Tears of Blood. This is a, open beta starts on the 12th of this month? It's like in 3 days? I gotta look into that. Don't let me forget. People, don't let me forget. I gotta get a copy. Because I haven't paid for it. I haven't pre-ordered yet. What? You know what? I'm gonna do that right now. I keep putting this off because I'm scared to read it. I haven't read this first. I haven't read this yet, and I'm just like, I'm fucking dreading it. Here we go. God, it's an $80 game. What does a deluxe edition get you? Early access to the open beta, Fort Hope Elite Weapon Skin Pack. Pre-order the deluxe edition and you get that, and then if you buy the deluxe edition, you get the base game. 4 days early access. Annual pass, 3 upcoming downloadable content drops with new story, playable characters, special mutation written, and more. Interesting. He read 2 chapters and then started raving about his VTuber. I'm sorry. I read the Lusty Argonian Maid. That was all of the Lusty Argonian Maid. We read that. It's done. It's over. If you haven't bought it by the 13th, I got you. Well, thank you. And then there's the Ultimate Edition, which will include the base game, 4 days access to early days access, annual pass for that stuff, 4 character battle-hardened skin packs, so like cosmetics and additional digital in-game items like a rare banner, an emblem, a spray, and a title. Okay, so as long as I can still play in the beta without having to buy, like, the extra shit, then yeah. Pre-purchase offer. So if you pre-order the standard edition of the game, you get early access to the open beta and the Fort Hope Elite Weapon Skin Pack, which is fine. I'm just gonna buy that right now. I don't even care. It's pricey, but we're going to do it. Actually, you know what? We're not going to install it right now because obviously we're streaming, but we will get it. I'm on the beta, and I'll fucking get the game up and ready to go later. There's also like some more content that's going to be coming out for Resident Evil Village that I absolutely want to play. I'm so stoked for it. Also, actually, a quick thing I wanted to show you guys. So this is cool because whenever I want Calvin streaming, I can set up his avatar and change the name on there, and it's instantaneous. Though I might need to find out how to change this in VR chat, because changing it here does not appear to change it in VR chat. So, or maybe it does, I'm not too sure. We'll see. Yeah, because I was just testing this out. I was like, what does it look like if I take this and this is the one that Casey drew. If I take this and I change the name, like, how's that going to look? Yeah, when you log into VR chat, it's like, do you want to log in with your Steam account or do you want to log in with a VR chat account? And I go, I want to log in with a Steam account. And it goes, yeah, cool. And then it just takes your name that's currently on there because, like, Dr. Tarawad is not the name of my account. It's the name that I was showing. But, yeah. You have to change it on the VR chat website? Probably. Okay. So, like, if it just goes in on my Steam profile, but, like, I can change the name, then that would be ideal. I would like to do that. Because I think that'll be a lot of fun. But, yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. So I think I've purchased the... Yes, I pre-ordered Back 4 Blood, because the beta for it was just brilliant. Just brilliant. Yeah, I'll have to look into it later to see how I can get that going, but it's all there. Anyways. Tears in the Rain, Part 3. Tears of Blood. Tags include Alpha, Beta, Omega dynamics. Trauma, Reincarnation, Deviates from Canon, M/M/M, Spoilers, and Hurt/Comfort themes. Oh god, there's GIFs in here. Alright, well we'll cut back to this when we're doing this. Yeah, this is why I was like, why am I reading a fanfiction that Big Mike wrote for me? What am I doing? Alright. There is a room in a place. It is like many other rooms in other places, except this one is different. For this one contains a person. Now, while many other rooms contain other people, this room contains this person. Fine, I'm stalling. The doc quivered in fear as opposed to trembled, because it sounds like quim, and that means vagina, and I like vagina a lot. This is written by Big Mike of D20 Live. Okay, here we go. Yeah. He was hiding in his room, which was about the worst place for him to hide, logically, as it was known to be his room, and he was known to live there. But alas, we cannot all afford to fly to Spain. Someday, though. Anyway, he was quivering in his room, and we established that. We have not established the why. You see, he was fearful. In that way, the part-time people in customer service could only be fearful, being simultaneously full of dread and exhaustion in a perfect ratio of 50% each. Why not 100% each? Because now's not the time for fear. And then there is a gif of Bane from the movie. That comes later. What gave him this feeling? Why, a man. A big, hairy man who had a nasty habit of bargaining in his life. What had once started as a torrid yaoi tease has since escalated into such a monolith of aggravation that what other passions may have once been felt had long since given way to anger, frustration, and a solid need to stab. Much like when you date a supermodel that's really hot and then she shits on your floor and screams at you like a monkey. That may have also happened with the big man. You don't know, you didn't read part 2. This is true. He checked his apartment door, secured, deadbolted, fastened, magnetized, in a way a Robin Williams outtake from Aladdin would envy. The doc was certain that his adversary could not enter by this door, and he couldn't. Yes, cutie, one of those tags was that. The window was another story. With an unholy suction sound, the doc heard something climbing across his window. He turned, seeing that giant fuckboy smiling at him, again shirtless, fists on his hips. Hey man, can you open the window? How are you hanging on? Nipples! Doc vomited in his own mouth. The big man smashed in the window and climbed in. You broke my window. You didn't open it. I hate you. Love you too. Why are you here? Asked the doc. I told you I never wanted to see you again. Because I played with your heart and am an insatiable tease, asked the big dude. No, because... Read the explanation under the GIF. Now that comes later. And... a big burly man or something. The big man read the earlier part of the fan fiction and gave a sad frown. Aw, you want to kiss and make up or something. Why are you in my home? Can't I just visit a friend? At that moment, the room became illuminated in light. The two looked over at the broken window, noticing a massive floodlight pointed precisely at Doc's apartment. This is your fault, isn't it? Asked the Doc. You're the supervillain. It could be about you. In fact, it was about neither of them. The sad reality of the situation was that, at that current time, a man by the name of Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. was on the run from the police. Whatever gets a guy laid. No relation, but hey, whatever gets a guy laid. Was the leading researcher in Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr.'s compulsion until Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. hunted him down and killed him. Yes. Our Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. was a man addicted to hunting other men, and as such, he was on the run from the police and had escaped into Doc's apartment. As such, again, the duo were quickly made aware of this development by megaphone.
Gabriel Atmosphere Junction,
came the loud cry. This was delivered by Officer Harvey Warvey, who, on account of his unfortunate name, took up the cause of a police officer such that he wouldn't have an authority so impeachable nobody would mock him for his name. Or that he would have this authority. And they didn't. However, he was grossly incompetent at his job and was even more viciously mocked for that, thus driving him further down the course of raging incompetence to the point where it will pave over any logical inconsistencies in this story. But nobody cares about that, Miriam. Fine, Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. Oh wait, no, sorry.
What? Nobody cares about that, Miriam. Fine. Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr., we have the apartment surrounded. Cease your man-hunting ways or we will be forced to storm the building.
A pause. I've got a good voice box for this, right? Like there is one for like a megaphone. If there is... I mean, this might be the one. This might be the best one that I've got. Yeah, no. It looks like this might be... Oh, no. Speechifier. Let's try this.
Testing. Oh, yeah. Fuck! Okay, so we locked the door, and why are you touching your nipples?
Oh, wait, no, that's my line. So we locked the door, and why are you touching your nipples? Cried the doc. The big man smiled, indeed fondling himself. It's the two of us stuck in an apartment being stalked by a dangerous criminal. I've dreamed about this. As he said that, the lights went out. He cut the power. Oh, tell me he took out the elevators too. Sure enough, on inspection, the two found the elevators were not operational. It's like he read my Christmas list. Doc shook his head and went back into the apartment. Okay, we lock the door, grab my guns, and wait this out. Why are you taking your clothes off? The big man did not pause as he removed his pants. It's like this, Doc. What's the most dangerous game? Man. Then who is the most dangerous hunter? The manhunter? You would think that, but what of the man who hunts the manhunter? Would you not be afraid of that person? Doc considered the giant man, wearing only boots, standing in his apartment with his arms wide. Yes, I think I would fear him most. That doesn't answer my original question. Oh, well, none of my clothes repel weapons. Yours that do won't fit, so I might as well not be slowed down. Also, let's be honest, if you saw me butt naked with a tomahawk, you'd freeze up, giving me a chance to strike. You don't have a tomahawk. Yet. I don't have one yet. Hi, Doc. Mike and Sam are watching. Wonderful. Hello to Pulsar. So good to have you. Thank you for the resub. 5 months in a row. 8 total. Tier 1. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Been lurking quietly. Don't worry about it, Ton. We got most things under control. Okay, so Doc sighed for a moment. The large man looked hesitant. Can I borrow a ray gun to hunt the manhunter, please? Fine, but don't do something stupid like shove it up your ass or something. How am I supposed to carry it? In your fucking hands. Doc gave him his smallest ray gun. Very well. I begin my manhunt. We are about halfway through this catastrophe. This would be an incredibly short hunt, however, as intrepid readers would note that all descriptions of the location where Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. was located specifically mentioned him being in the apartment, not the building itself. Yes, somehow earlier, before this fanfiction began, Gabriel had snuck into the apartment and hid himself out of Doc's view in truth. Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. had randomly picked Doc's apartment as a starting point, only to be intimidated by the vast amount of ray guns he had on display and chose to hide. Where did he hide in the apartment? Fucker, I don't know. I've never been to this new place. Under the couch or someplace. Indeed. Doc, tell them a good place to hide. I mean that. Stop reading this and just say a place. I don't give a fuck if it actually is. Just list something. There is nowhere to hide here. This place, like, I don't even have enough space to put my stuff away, like my storage. I have bins of ray gun parts just, like, sort of in the living room area because I don't have a better place to put it. Sick. Can we go back to the Lusty Arcodian maid, please? Sorry, we already finished it. There's no room in the refrigerator, Kara. It's a very small fridge. And there's no closets here. Like, this place has no storage space whatsoever. It's a catastrophe. I'm going to assume you did that. If not, Jesus Christ, dude, learn to read instructions. Anyway, Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. became less inclined to attempt his manhunting ways, when the big guy came in and remained hidden in that hiding place Doc mentioned. Seriously, man, if you didn't mention it, I'm going to smack you when isolation ends. Yeah, you can try. However, he had become frustrated by the long wait. If you smack me, I will hit you. Actually, I will punch you. Like, it'll be a fight on sight. Don't touch me. He had become frustrated by the long wait and made up his mind to escape as soon as the big guy left. However, said giant asshole was a notoriously insane guest, and upon opening the door, realized he needed some kind of means of escape, a grapple if this situation escalated to such a thing, which it inevitably would, as his plans were so absentee of rational thought. Centuries later, great geniuses of philosophy would come to call him the man who makes us cry. Good lord. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of storage at the new place. I'm very excited. Just throw a blanket over him. Easy hiding place. Put a little fence around him. So rather than leave, he closed the door, went to Doc's kitchen to lube himself up with Papa Vince's extra virgin olive oil, for which we have an Amazon listing. Fucking hope they're dying. This sucks. Therefore, once Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. rose from his hiding space, he was greeted with the sight of the big man lubing his body in Papa Vince's extra virgin olive oil, and the Doc pointing his largest ray gun at the big man for, one, using his Papa Vince's extra virgin olive oil without permission, in parentheses, and two, allowing Papa Vince's extra olive oil to drip onto his floors and make a mess. These are the benefits of having hardwood floors. Rug cleaning is very expensive. This left all three men staring at each other in surprise at the situation. You know what? I'm seeing that Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. is appearing by, like, throwing off, like, a wrapped poncho and a large cowboy hat, like the foot soldiers do in that one level of Turtles in Time, Bury My Shell at Wounded Knee, on the train. They're just, like, standing, like, coat racks, and then they're just like, wah! And then they come out. Yeah, I'm reading some fan fiction that Big Mike wrote for me, Mr. Classic Magic. That's what's happening right now. Okay. This left all three of the men staring at each other in surprise at the situation, which was only broken by the big asshole reenacting a dead meme. Cowabunga it is! That meme is so dead, I've never even heard it. Never even heard it. I've never seen this one. So, and I'm from the internet. There are things in the world the human physiology and physique is not prepared for, regardless of mental capacity or depth of mental illness. One is being struck by an automatic destabilizer within 6 meters, fired by a mad scientist screaming, "And who the fuck is this asshole?" The other is subsequently being tackled by a mostly naked, 6-foot-tall man covered in Papa Vince's extra virgin olive oil, who is whispering, "My sweet, why must you rush the chase?" Especially when that 6-foot-tall man has leapt over a couch to reach. Sorry, I don't want to. Like, I'm trying to fill gaps here. Especially when that 6-foot-tall man has leaped over a couch to reach said target and caught so much air that he wrapped his arms and legs around the head of that target, causing a considerable weight to suddenly appear on the shoulders of the manhunter, giving him severe back pain, which then led to him collapsing like a grandma in an infomercial. Oh, white people. White people are so fun like that. To say the least, Officer Harvey Darvey Warvey came upon quite the scene that day, which was subsequently left out of his reports when he took the credit for capturing Manhunter Gabriel Atmosphere Junction Jr. There was an attempt to arrest the giant, however, much like a cursed prophecy of Cassandra, not the Cassie we know, though I'm sure she saw this coming too. The Papa Vince's extra virgin olive oil he donned as his shining armor allowed him to make a speedy escape from the cuffs before sliding on his belly down the hall to the stairwell, using his odd nipples to steer. Jesus Christ. And for the doctor, he was simply satisfied that his situation had only ended with a broken window, of which he managed to wrangle its replacement as being the responsibility of the police. In other words, there was nothing left, like tears in the rain. Finn? And this is why we don't read fanfiction on the channel. Bravo! Thank God it's over. That's right, Rob. The pit! The pit! The pit! Oh my God. You know what? Maybe we'll read some Akira's fanfiction if we raise enough money. Though I'm not sure if I want to, because this was a harrowing experience, to say the least. Was this fanfiction or absolute insanity made manifest? The answer is yes. Can't beat the sweet control of nipple steering. Yeah, I guess. Well, that was. Yeah. Big Mike says he's sorry. My fanfiction is much more intelligible. Well, your fanfiction is not intentionally bad. Part 4 when? I don't know, Rob. I don't know. And this was like fucking Netflix's Beastars. It's like, this isn't sexual, but every scene is dripping with bizarre, uncomfortable sexual tension. Like the kind of discomfort you get when mom and dad are arguing at the dinner table and you're just that meme of Jesse Pinkman uncomfortably drinking water. Here we go. I want to zoom in. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite memes because it's so succinctly like just conveys how truly uncomfortable a lot of this stuff is. Just how truly uncomfortable I can be in any given situation. So yes, huzzah. It's palpable. And dripping with overpriced olive oil. Let's not forget that. Yeah, I will cherish this experience and watch it over and over. Grabs a hammer, time to get rid of these pesky memories. I think that was all of us during the fic. Yeah, it's like everybody listening to the fanfiction. So how clips can we get starting into the new 10-minute opener? Well, that's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna be making any more 10-minute things with legacy clips. Just because it's older content. It's not really a good representation of the stuff that we're doing anymore, but also it's just like, it's good, but, you know, I've got so much of it, I'm funneling it into categories of like, okay, here's Breath of the Wild, here's all the clips that we have of us playing Bloodborne, here's like a bunch of Monster Hunter World, like here's a bunch of this other stuff, and we're just like, I'm just gonna cut it into, you know, however long those compilations end up being. We're just going to trim them into that and then put them on the YouTube channel so that you guys can watch them if you want. And it'll just be like, okay, so this is just some stuff that we did. Hooray. Easy peasy. Lab results. Angry Doc equals Happy Mike. Yeah, so that would seem. I was gone for most of that reading. Somehow I think it was for the best. It was, Rust. You definitely saved yourself a lot of... Save yourself a lot of trouble there. We'll just close those fucking clips. You know what would cleanse your brain real good? The round meal. Serves 3 men. Macaroni and beef. Protein blasted. How to do it. Step 1, boil and bag. Step 2, open and enjoy. And there's a chance that you could win a visit from Davis. I'll come to you, says Davis. No, God, I just forgot that. Why are you trying to sell an edible cannonball? Yes, a light snack. It's not enough for Quad. Quad needs more. Ooh. Oh, that's cute. All right, we've also got this update here from Cutie coming in. Looking a little clean. Looking a little cleaner, looking good. Look at his cute little face. Hey, a cheese curse ball. Could use that. Did you see the thieves? Yeah, just shoot the fucking thing. Yeah. This looks really good. I really like this. How many trenchcoat men are you? Quad is 4. He has the strength and appetite and general physiological characteristics of 4 regular men. I like this. I'm just gonna go back because there's like a back glow to it, and I'm just like, is there a back glow to these ones? There isn't. No, like some of these, the bits glow themselves, but the space behind them doesn't. For the first pass on that, I'm gonna say, see if we can do this one because you've got the one line right now. But if you get that extra like line of dashes on the inside of it, and then remove that back glow on the eye, I think that'll be absolutely perfect. And then on top of that, there's also the idea that it's going to need to be able to move around in that space. Very much like how you can see that like the hole where the eye is inside of, there's like a bit of space in there that it can move around in. And I don't know if we want to have it like that because that's how these guys work, right? Like this little thing is on like a movable thing that's inside, and then the aperture opens and closes as they look around. But this would indicate that like digitally the eye would move around inside of like a fixed screen that has an aperture on it. We can absolutely like fiddle around with it again, like as this is not even a finished first pass on the idea, like we can absolutely look into this more, but the glow that you've got here is so fucking juicy. I love that. Thank you. How many round meals must be sacrificed for Quad? Yeah. I love doing glows. I know. We definitely, like, we can try it with and without said glow. So many layers, oh my god. But we can, like, look into that definitely to see, like, you know, how's that gonna look, as it goes along. Little details, you know. Again, this is gonna be, like, this is concept stuff, just so we can give this off to, a artist who can then, like, if I'm, like, you know, this, and they go, okay, and then they build that using as well, like, a lot of these other images that I'm going to be sending, like, this is how we want the hands to look, like, from the Aperture Hand Lab, like, stuff like that. Hopefully the person that we're talking to will have, like, a better understanding of what we're doing. And I love the, like, the immediate jump from there to there, like, A to B, bam. Yeah, and we'll work on this tonight, and I can show you how to do some of this other stuff that we are going to be doing, like the Discord reactive images that Calvin was using last week when he was streaming Back for Blood. We've got some of this stuff here that is, like, there's a website that is Discord reactive images where you give it, like, what you want your image to be when you're talking and you're not talking, and then you can take the link that it has for that, drop it into Discord or into OBS Streamlabs, and off it goes. But, like, sometimes the website doesn't load properly. It doesn't really work super well. So, like, this is what we were using previously. We're looking, like Cutie was literally earlier today, like, do you want me to do a sketch of this, but have it so that, like, instead of it being dark and lit up, it's, like, the same image, but the voice box areas light up. And I was like, yeah, that would be so fucking awesome. I would absolutely, like, love that idea. And now it's turning into me pretty much harassing the shit out of her. Like, oh, and then we have a version that is not lit. So we have, like, lit and not lit. Ooh, this is very handsome. So we go beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Some of that glorious shit. Hell yeah. I love it. Speaking of meals, you need to go find food before D&D. Y'all have fun reading or whatever other cursed content Doc has. All right, you take it easy, Quad. I'll talk to you later. See you around, buddy. But yeah, so there's this, which you put in your inactive image and your speaking image. You put those in there, and you can save that. You can revert it so that it uses your account stuff here. But then you can configure, like, I want to have it like this, and then you take the browser source here, and you put that into Streamlabs OBS. Though Eggy and I and the other fellow who were there that evening were having a lot of problems with this, so there are other ways that you can use stuff like this to effectively be like, okay, I need a link, an image URL for not speaking and speaking, and then the Discord user ID, which you put in there, and that's like the user ID is this number that's going to be after your Discord thing. You slap that in there, and then you generate the thing that pops in at the end. It doesn't generate an image for you. It generates a bunch of code that you then go to Streamlabs OBS and you drop that stuff in. And you also use that in conjunction with a website here. If you want to go voice widget, so I want to do Evil Inc. server, voice channel stream. You know, I'd be like, show, well, you know, small avatars instead of, like, larger ones, and then I can hide the names. And then that'll give us this link here to throw in as well. So that the streamkitdiscord.com thing, like, that's another browser source that we throw in there, and then we move that around, and, like, this in conjunction. Basically, it's like you use this to create the browser source, and then within the expanded code of that browser source, you have all of this extra code here that you would take and put in. And you create one of these each for that chat area, and then that other thing. Now, what's nice is that anytime you go to a different chat, you just pull this up and you go, this server, this voice channel, and then you grab that link and you drop it in. You can just, like, switch the link and the code should maintain the same as long as it's still for, like, this person on that Discord user ID. So it knows when you're talking and it knows which thing it's supposed to be attached to. When that person is not in the call with you, they will not show up. That thing will not be active. The animation will not be there. And then it's kind of like you just make one of these for each person who's going to be in the calls with you. So if you have regulars like Estebane, Quad, Cutie, etc., Eggy, then we make a thing for them and we put them in there. So that if Calvin's doing a stream and he's like on the stream and he's got the full avatar, when other people are talking, their icons will like move or change when they speak to give people that like better feeling of being like, yeah, so there you go. That's what I use. The only problem I found is the PNG didn't show up once. It was having... we ran into that. That is... one of these fields was missing. The non-speaking image and the speaking image both need to have an icon. And then, like, that's where that is. Or, yeah, like, one of these was missing from here. You need one of those, right? Yeah, deadass though, I could have just snatched KC's art and threw a glowy on, but I'm a masochist. Well, I mean, you're doing really good work. I would not be against shooting you some cash for this. Sadly, this is out of stock, says Calendros. Intox, brain bleach. Currently unavailable. High quality 8-ounce stainless steel flask, full wrap, waterproof vinyl artwork. Easy closures, screw cap lid. We don't know when or even if this item will be back in stock. But yeah, I fucking love that this character has cheekbones now. That, like, you've done that. That's so cool. Like, the original design definitely had, like, sort of that go for it, but this is, like, so much more, you know, like, so much sharper around the face. God, I love like how fucking scary the red eye is. I love how terrifying it is. I'm gonna look a little bit. Want to play some Bloodborne? Go for it. We're gonna wrap up in like 2 minutes or so. I'm just rambling right now. Just talking about some stuff because I gotta go eat. Actually, I might not need to eat too much. I had like a really big wrap before I came and sat down. So I might have like a smaller din. Well, exactly. The only thing I would say so far for this is that with the shape of his head, the way that it is, I would almost expect his chin to be a little bit longer, like just a little bit further down, right? Just like I want to grab that chin and tug it down like just a centimeter or so. Give him a bit of a longer face, but that's me not being a fucking visual artist who knows what he's fucking talking about. But yeah, and like, yeah, I'd say either like tug the chin down a touch or move the eye up a bit or both. Just because like right now the eye is positioned in the exact center of the face where it should be in the center of his forehead area, right? I do have a voice set for the AI, Mr. Classic Magic. There is an entire stream we have of Calvin earlier this week. If we go to Twitch. Because it's on there. Nope, shush. I love how, like, I'm watching my own videos on Twitch. So classy. Can I just go to, like, the channel? Like, this is the channel? Or is it going to bring me in here? Well. Channel and videos. When I'm not streaming, you can see previous streams. Anyway. It's on there. We played Back for Blood. Yeah. It was like we were testing Cal out, see if people liked Cal, what people liked or disliked, and it was just like I literally just took some of the art that KC gave me, turned it into a PNG, and then slapped it into this so that that's the icon that would show up. I love it to bits. I love it so much. I think it looks so cool. So we'll see what's going on. I will seriously consider that. Cool. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's where we're gonna end our stream today. Don't know why you did 2 voices, and there was one I liked better. The one that tried to set the voice to a set note felt more meh. Yeah, the one with the auto-tune is going to be our first iteration. The one with the auto-tune. This one here. This is very similar to what a lot of the people at Valve did when they were doing the Portal cores. They put like just a little auto-tune in there on the edge of their voice so that like you really only heard it when they hit certain tones. And then there's the kill mode.
Kill mode activated. Drop your weapons. You have 15 seconds to comply.
That kind of stuff, right? So there it is. And that one's obviously not going to get used as much. I mean, and you're allowed to do that, Mr. Classic Magic. I disagree. I think that the original one gives him a bit of a softer sound, and a bit of a more robotic feel. The other one is a little more Ultron, a little more Samuel Hayden, which we could do, but I was like, I'll just go with it. Like I like the one that I've built, and I want to try that one out. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. So anyways, you and RoboDoc are awesome. Thank you. Can we get one more Ara? You know what, cutie? I'll do that for you. Just because you're doing this, like, fucking amazing work for me here. So thank you. I'll absolutely shoot you one more.
Ara. Oops, accidental clump. Notices bulge. Target acquired.
Just head and hands.
You are targeted as designation, my little pod champs. Initiating hug scenario alpha.
Kinky? Is my life with you, my guy? It looks like you're disappointed. That's what that emote looks like. Disappointed and frustrated. Wants a robo hug. Oh yeah, I came up with a funny idea that I'm gonna just give to you. It could be anything though. Yeah, I'm gonna give to you guys here this funny idea Cutie and I came up with last night while we were looking over the sketches that she was doing. And it was, we could make a K-47 body pillow, but fill it up with just a bunch of old computer parts. And, like, it's like a high-quality body pillow, but it's just a bunch of fucking garbage in it. Like, not filthy, but, like, old fucking discount computer garbage that I got from, like, Active Surplus. And so it's all, like, angular and sharp and uncomfortable and awful to, like, hold. So awful. But it's like, at any point in time, the person can just empty out the case and put, like, a real body pillow in it if they want to. But, like, the original, like, Evil Inc. brand Calvin body pillow will be filled with just old computer garbage. And we'll sell, like, a limited stock of those only at conventions. Like, only at conventions we could do this. I'm gonna simp so hard for this hunk of junk. Do it! That is, like, the thing that I've noticed about VTubers as well, is that they definitely get, like a lot of their income comes from people that, like, find your avatar in some fashion or another threatening and attractive. To which I was like, I don't know if they're gonna like a robot, though. Like, how do you find a robot cute? And then I'm doing the Ara thing, and Cutie is, like, dissolving into nothing, like Thanos snapping away, like, at her desk. So funny. buy that body pillow, then get into a pillow fight, instant win. You know what, Stu? I was gonna say, you make a good point. And I'm like, you know, I get people to sign a fucking waiver when they buy it that they're not gonna immediately turn and, like, just beat someone with it, but I'm like, that's just assault. Like, you don't have to make someone sign a fucking contract, like, when they buy it, that they understand that this is, like, you know, you agree not to fucking, like, wail on people with it. But I was just like, whatever, like, my dude, in the USA, there is a woman who married a roller coaster and routinely gets arrested for masturbating under it. Humans are weird. Yes, they are. Start making merch. I thought it was a train station. Oh, I thought that was a train station, yeah. You ever think you'd go full, I forget what it is, moving avatar? Like what Eggy does? Yes, but we're going to be skipping the 2D one. We're going to be going from a PNG tuber to 3D model. All of this stuff that we're putting together is to pitch to a 3D model artist so that they can put it together for us. So that we can then, like, get the full jazz, and like NB's helping me get some of the equipment as well, and like we need to get the face tracker, the hand tracker, maybe one day down the road a like full body tracking suit, but in the meantime I'm looking at getting like the Vive 3.0 body trackers for when we're playing in VR chat and stuff like that. And also, like, when we're not streaming, I can still go hang out in VR chat, like go from place to place, say hi to people in my like sick custom avatar, walk around, like, you know, promote the stream, just continue, you know, just doing it, just unleash Calvin basically into VR chat. He could just walk around and be his damn self and, like, just bring people into the stream, right? I didn't know the terminology yet. I'm all in the wrong way. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. I have weird kinks. Everybody's got weird kinks. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there's PNG Tuber, Live 2D, and 3D Model VTuber. Yeah, we're basically going to be skipping the Live 2D step. You can at least get gloves. Or glovies. I'm so excited my model could be imported into VR chat. Yeah, man. The gloves that you get, you can, like, have for when you're doing hand tracking for your avatar. If you're, like, sitting at a desk and you're just talking to people and you want to, like, do a lot of that. I might do that because it's very good for hand tracking. But there are also, like, things you can get that sit, like a little bar that sits just under your keyboard on your desk, that when you're talking and using your hands, if you're like, oh, hello, like, it tracks your hand, but it's not as good as, like, the gloves would be. So, yeah. Can your Valve Index controllers work as hand tracking too? Sort of, except that, again, I need to use those hands to, like, talk and type and play games and things, and I wouldn't be able to be, like, playing games and then saying things and then playing games and then saying things. But the gloves actually do have, like, fingerless tips. Like the sensors that are all across the back of them is where those are. So if I'm sitting at my computer and I'm playing games and I'm typing and stuff like that, and then I want to turn and say something, I can do that, or I can, like, fucking blam, or, like, give the finger guns, or whatever, and it all still tracks. And it's not gonna, like, impede my ability to play games as much, because, yeah, they're like controllers and hand gestures don't work as well. Yeah, the Valve Index controllers could work, but they are more controllers. Honestly, Live 2D, I've heard, is actually harder on your PC than the 3D model, but I don't know. It is. Yeah, you're correct. The software that renders that stuff is, like, it's not super well optimized, whereas, like, the Unity engine is. So, using, like, Blender and Unity to, like, make and then rig the avatars and then run them through the software that renders them, like, is way fucking better than otherwise. So it's just that the 3D avatars require, I would argue, a lot more expertise to make, whereas the 2D avatars, the 2D live ones, like, you take a 2D image and then you separate it all into little pieces, and then you give them all weight and movement and stuff and attach them all to each other. So it's a very involved process, but it doesn't, in my opinion, require the same technical prowess as building a 2D avatar, or as building a 3D one. I have a friend on VR chat that incarnates one of these without knowing, and every time he does, I freak out and hide. Oh, weird. I wouldn't, yeah. The leap to motion does okay. Or the leap motion does okay, but the gloves, I'm sure, are much better tracking-wise. They are. And as far as I understand, they work with the base stations, like the Valve ones, the Valve Index base stations. I might be looking at potentially getting a third base station, just so that where I have them all set up in the room, I've got, like, all my bases covered in terms of, like, making sure that it sees me from every angle, so that, like, the tracking is just going to be that much better. Blender / Unity, then upgrade to Unreal 5 and virtual production. Yeah. Like, I seriously am considering, like, just... Because Blender's free. And I've got Unity already, so I was like, I could really just bite the bullet and start looking into potentially, like, just doing this myself, because there's, like, a lot of classes on stuff like Skillshare that'll teach you how to do this stuff, and I was like, it's gonna be a fucking steep hill, and it's gonna be a lot of work, but I think it might be cool to put together this guy in Blender myself and then work my way up from there, right? And then maybe, like, I'll do streams where I show you guys sort of behind the scenes of what I'm working on. I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to show people how the sausage is made, so to speak, because it sort of ruins the magic for some folks. Not unlike the round meal ruining everybody's colons and bowels. Protein blasted! Fuck yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Classic Magic, for the posture check and the stretch and the hydrate from like 32 minutes ago. All right. So this was our dramatic reading stream. God damn it. I want to thank you all so much for coming out. This was a lot of fun putting this together. I was having a really good time. Still having a really good time. Please do. I'm basically in the same boat as you for VTubing. I don't own a webcam, so I'm starting as a PNG tuber. Yeah, man. We'll get into it. Caliber cannon ammo. Yeah, well, if the cannon is your butthole, yeah. I'm serious. Like, one of the things I was also thinking of doing was, like, if I learned Blender myself and I learned, like, the Unity thing and figured out how to rig all this stuff and, like, took the time to teach myself all this shit and, like, figured it out and did all this, not only could I then start making avatars for other people and making, like, a pretty decent amount of cheddar cheese on the side, because 3D, like, rendering and design is so fucking niche. It's so pricey, that I was like, I could probably start working on that, and then in the same measure, yeah, Hazel, if the facial tracking, I'm going to be using an iPhone either X or 12. They have the, like, infrared facial scanning stuff that you use for that, and it's pretty cool. It's definitely also, depending if you, like, set yourself up with a certain type of phone plan, it's going to cost you less to get that than to, like, buy the camera that has that technology currently built in. Gotta give you credit, Dot. The thought of all of this is intimidating to me. All the more props to you for staying strong with this. Always makes me happy to keep coming back and watching you kick ass. Thank you, man. You're so fucking great. Dude, thank you. Thank you. You're an absolute legend, Mr. Classic Magic. I really appreciate you, buddy. It means the world to me. But yeah. So that's what's up, man. Like, I not only could I start making avatars for other people if I learned to do this myself, but I could also start making avatars for, like, other members of the community that maybe want to join us in VR chat, like regulars, like Quad or Esteban. Like, I could make them some people, and then they could, you know, run around with us in VR chat or in other places. Who knows? We'll see. You're inspiring in this, man. Cal is such a cool evolution and totally makes me want to do this too. Thank you. Honestly, do it. Follow your dreams. Like, good lord, does being able to become, like, a PNG tuber, 2D live model, or, like, a 3D full-blown VTuber, like, it makes me so much more comfortable to entertain in this way, because I feel like I definitely sound a lot better than I look. Even though, thank you, people that think I look good, it makes me more comfortable to not have to be like camera ready every time I want to get on camera and do some stuff on the show. It also puts like a meaningful and reasonable wall between me and the people that consume my content, right? Like, I feel like it puts on a better show because I get to play the character more. Whereas, like, I feel like I'm so close to Doc being Toronto's greatest superhero villain and evil genius that, like, it's hard for me to kind of make that separation, right? And so, making this separation, building Cal so that Cal can do the video game streams so that I can then, just do these things with you guys is more attractive to me. And I feel like not only is it easier for me, but it's also a better show. So, like, that's the... Oh, God, save points, Stu. The past 17 months killed a lot of people's dreams. Do not worry about it. The fact that I was able to continue doing this during the pandemic is, like, a godsend. I am truly blessed to have such an amazing community as you guys, supporting me here and Evil Incorporated, like, continuing to be a professional funny man every day. Like... So... It is truly, truly wonderful, so thank you. Thank you so, so much. I was like, yeah, I can make like a $10 redemption thing if people want to like get a Ara Ara from Kill Mode K47. And I was like, someone's going to be like $100 on the table, and it's just going to be this string.
Ara, 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 ara.
Just over and over as he, like, stares straight into the fucking camera. This is gonna be terrifying. You built this, incredible, thank you. The Ara Ara beam. Bad dog. You love it, you shush. Cutie, yeah. We were also, don't call me out like this. We were also, Cutie and I were talking last night about that one scene in Rogue One from Star Wars when they first introduce you to that one guy. What was his name? The, like, radical. Saw Gerrera. That was it. Yeah. As he's, like, walking down the hallway, just like, lies! Deceptions! And I was like, I need to have that as a sound that people can redeem. Like, we gotta get back to that, right? That it's like, oh, if you want, you can redeem, like, a certain amount for certain things. And I can put that as, like, a thing that's down below this here, like, down below the stream. We can put that in as, like, a, for like $10 you can have this sound redeemed, and like other things can like redeem certain sounds and whatnot. And as long as they're not like really obnoxious or really, what's what I'm looking for, like obnoxious or disruptive, then I think that would be cool. The scary sounds we're definitely bringing back for Halloween. That's absolutely coming back. The like screeches and the fucking terrifying noises and shit. Those are still in, actually. I never turned those off. So like if you donate like 666 bits and then keep adding a 6 to that, there's like different scary things that play when that happens, and it's terrifying. I need to go in and test those though, because it's been since last Halloween that those were implemented, but they're still there from what I understand. A bit/donate sounds cup would work well. Yeah. Also, like the unintentional one I did during Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, you piece of shit. You fucking dickhole. That game is scary, dog. That game's scary as fuck. Am I wrong? You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Grow up. That shit's terrifying, dude. It's so scary. That game is so fucking unfair. It's unfair how scary it is. It's not even a fucking horror game. But like, to say that Half-Life Alyx is a tech demo, in my opinion, is correct. Because they were literally like, look how fucking good the Valve Index can be. Look how good it can look. Like, look how fucking gorgeous this is. And then you're playing it, and then they were like, yeah, look at all these fucking good mechanics. This is how first-person shooting should be done. Here's how inventory management can be done in a way that's intuitive, but it's not clunky or frustrating. I'm not having to, like, get a bag and futz around and shit. It's like, we want to keep this going. We want to keep the energy moving, right? Like, here's how you can do that. And also, just as a quick aside, here's how fucking terrifying that can be. Just blah. Straight darkness, you got a little fucking light attached to your hands, you have to aim your hand around, which is also the hand you use to reload and load your gun. Fuck. And yes, also, good night, NB. You have yourself a wonderful evening, you get yourself a good sleep. Yeah, it's about 10:30. I gotta go eat something before I do more work later, because I'm gonna be editing and doing some stuff with Cutie, building this up some more. But until then, though, my bravest citizens, thank you all so much for coming out to this milestone live stream of us reading fan fiction and getting our milestones put together for this. This has been a huge amount of fun. Is this what it's like? Oh yeah, the tripods. The fucking thing. Is this what I do to people? This is awful. I gotta go back to, like, some recent clips, like maybe last year, and start, like, grabbing content that we can turn into stuff. But, like, the rest of the stuff is gonna be, like, legacy shit. So anyways, thank you so much for coming out, everybody. This has been so much fun. I gotta tell you, I'm having an absolute blast doing this stuff with you guys. Big love to all of you. So you guys take it easy. You stay well. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. And I'll see you all again tomorrow on a fun little test that we're doing on our next live stream. End of line.